Well, that was just the warm-up and the start of a very exciting day at the Lynn Sport and Leisure Park here in Kings Lynn. Two teams of youngsters have battled their way through to this regional final in the east of England, and that's for the Cadburys Mini Champions 1991 competition. We'll be seeing if Rawton from Great Yarmouth or Lattenbush from Harlow will be going through to the national quarter-finals and a chance to become the overall United Kingdom champions. Dennis will be commentating on the games. Dennis, how important is this sort of competition for the youngsters?
It's so good for teamwork and discipline, but more than that, it's fun, it's enjoyment. And don't underestimate the standards of skill and technique. I mean, this quick cricket, some of the skills in that are just fantastic.
So we're going to see an exciting competition today.
Oh, lovely.
Well, we won't keep our crowds or our teams waiting any longer. We go straight into the action.
So, Rawton Middle School in blue, Lattenbush Recreation Centre in red. It is a full-height basket, 2 points for each basket in the competition. Rawton moving the ball nicely down the court. And there's Calla Reid underneath the basket there. Great enthusiasm from the supporters. Calla Reid moving that. Jason Inger shielding the ball well, looking for support. Nice ball in. Calla Reid under the basket. A well is on the rim, and that's in, 2 points.
This is a story of enthusiasm, hard work, success and hope. Last February, 700 teams from all parts of the UK entered the 1991 competition. With 6 boys and 6 girls in each team, that's over 8,000 children. Teams playing in this region have come from as far as Chelmsford, Bedford and Peterborough. And now, after a knockout system of qualifying heats, only 2 teams are left, the East of England regional finalists. Today's winners will join the 7 other teams to represent their region in the national quarter-finals, all of course aiming to become the overall United Kingdom champions. They're competing in 4 sports: 5-a-side football, basketball, quick cricket and a gymnastics relay race. In each of the sports, 5 points are awarded for a win, 3 for a draw and 1 to the losing team. So success in all 4 areas is important, and getting off to a good start is vital.
In the last few seconds of the first quarter of the basketball, it's Rawton 2, Lattenbush 0. Into the second quarter of the basketball, and a good spell of pressure from Rawton. They're really pinning Lattenbush down. Really fighting for that ball under the basket. So Lauren Corey really good on the rebounds. And Corey again steps back, gives herself room and really pops in a delightful basket. Great skills there from Lauren Corey. So it's still very close, everything to play for. And the whistle goes there, a bit of bumping and barging. Now, of course, basketball is a non-contact sport, so the players do have to be careful. You can see there Calla Reid. She's sitting this one out. Of course, the players change for each quarter. Nice skills from number 8 there. Lee Morris with the basket. He lost control of the ball, but what a great finish. And now there's some excitement on the sidelines. Good interception. And another excellent catch from Lee Morris. Fine interception. Some nice dribbling skills, but oh dear, just loses control of that one. Well, now we're into the third quarter with the Reds, Lattenbush on the attack. A little bit of tension on the sidelines. And there we've got a bit more barging, so that'll be a throw-in to Lattenbush. Guy Marsh, it's a nice pass to Lindsay Gordon. Beautifully taken basket. That really is a good score for Lattenbush. So Rawton have to come back now. Stephen Brooks shielding the ball well. There's an object lesson for young players. Turns beautifully using both hands. Still got control of the ball. Can't get it off him, Stephen Brooks. And that one a bit short, I'm afraid. Rawton still have it. Some persistence from them. It's number 9, Mark Higgins. And relief at last for Lattenbush. That's Katie Worrell coming away with it. That one hits the ring, and it's put back in by Lee Morris. So into the final quarter, the fourth quarter, and it's Lattenbush 2 points in front. And this could be a test of stamina. Stephen Brooks slides out of play, but that's gone out, and that will be a throw-in to the Blues of Lawton. Stephen Brooks with the ball. It's a nice pass. Picked up by Mark Higgins. He makes room nicely and scores. So everything to play for now. They're really giving it all they've got. Now, who's going to win this one? Really keeping possession nicely, the Reds from Lattenbush. Unlucky with that one. So away come Rawton. Nice long pass, overarm pass for Mark Higgins. Guy Marsh intercepting well. Katie Worrell, another big overarm ball. So very little time remaining. Stephen Brooks with a bit of footwork. Now Guy Marsh, what can he do? A clock ticking over. That's a great effort, and it's there! That's the winner! And a celebratory somersault from Guy Marsh. It's a moment he'll never forget. So Lattenbush win. Rawton 6 points, Lattenbush 8. And that means under the competition scoring system, Lattenbush get 5 points and Rawton 1.
Well, what can one say? A very exciting match. It really is all about teamwork, and every team has their star players. So congratulations must go to our scorers. But we're not just seeing the stars of today, we're definitely seeing our stars of tomorrow. And proving that they might just be our stars of tomorrow is exactly what the youngsters of the east of England and across the country have had a chance to do in another part of this competition.
The Mini Champions team competition is now in its third year, but 1991 saw the introduction of a brand new section, the Stars of Tomorrow competition. This gives children a chance to show what sports skills they have as individuals in football, basketball, cricket and gymnastics. But in each sport, only 8 competitors get through the tough selection process to reach this final stage.
And the chance to become one of those 8 depends on how well each youngster has performed in the past in his or her chosen sport. And of course on his or her enthusiasm. But after these regional trials today, there will be just one winner in each sport, a star of tomorrow, for whom the chance of a lifetime lies ahead. A coaching session with a world leader in his chosen sport. But top sports players attend these regional trials too, partly to judge the competitors, but mostly to help and encourage with advice and tips. Because, after all, every successful sportsman knows what matters most.
Well, to start off with, if you're going to be involved in any sort of sport, you've got to be enthusiastic about it. If you haven't got enthusiasm, you haven't got anything. And Bill Shankly, who was the greatest man that ever lived, used to preach to us day in, day out, be enthusiastic about what you're doing, because if you have got enthusiasm, you've got a chance. If you haven't got enthusiasm, you've no chance at all. So get out there and do it to the best of your ability. Whatever your ability, whatever standard it be, do it to the best of that standard. And these kids that we've been coaching over the past few weeks have showed an ability to have enthusiasm, which is great for them and it's great for the parents.
The 8 quick cricketers are playing for the chance of a coaching session with England Test batsman Alan Lamb. And this first skill test examines batting accuracy as the competitors shoot at targets only 1 metre wide. Pairs of cones are placed in mid-wicket and cover point positions and for the straight drive. And each time he hits a ball through the correct pair of cones, the batsman scores 10 points. But he doesn't know which pair of cones to aim at until the bowler calls out the number.
The other elements that make up the skill assessment in quick cricket include a test of speed and agility, and in particular, the ability to turn well when running between wickets. Throwing and catching is also examined in a section where competitors move further and further away from the stumps which they are attempting to hit. The ball is thrown underarm on the way out and overarm on the way back.
Go on, hit the stumps.
Bowling is assessed in an underarm and overarm test that demands the same concentration on length and line that matters so much in a match. These deliveries must land in an area only 3.5 metres long by 1 metre wide. And making allowances for the bounce of a tennis ball is an additional challenge to these young cricketers. And the fifth test is fielding, judged on a competitor's ability to catch or just pick up a ball on the run.
Marks are awarded for each of the 5 tests, but it's the overall total that will eventually determine the winning quick cricketer.
The 8 young gymnasts face 5 challenges that will decide which one girl wins coaching with Olympic gymnast Suzanne Dando. This first section demands great physical flexibility and a fast, smooth rhythm too. Squat thrusts are one of the most demanding gymnastic tests. Not only do you need an excellent sense of balance, but suppleness and stamina as well.
With forward rolls, marks are based on 3 elements. Firstly, the composure of the start and the body position between each of the rolls. Then, how well you stand up after each roll without using your hands. And thirdly, how well you keep to a straight line.
And now a test of the competitors' coordination skills as each girl tackles 30 seconds of step-ups.
From the energy of the squat thrust to the delicacy of the balance beam. The part of this competition that all competitors found the most nerve-wracking, and the 5th and final test for these gymnasts.
And the first test for the basketball players is timed shooting. Quite simply, as many baskets as possible in a 30-second period. What matters, of course, apart from accuracy, is getting into a smooth and steady rhythm. And in the dribbling test, the competitors must slalom through the cones, using both hands in both directions.
Accurate passing wins matches, but this test also examines how consistently a competitor can pass to exactly the same spot. And the challenge when dribbling and shooting is to be able to switch from one discipline to another. To switch from weaving in and out of cones to a moment of disciplined stillness, which will make all the difference.
And finally, pure shooting accuracy with no distraction, as important as any other skill that this competition tests.
Skill tests are important. We trained at Liverpool exactly as we've done in there this morning, passing the ball, just getting a feel for the ball, just caressing the ball, touching it, getting the ball to mould into your feet, getting it to mould into your chest, you know, to live with a football. Shanks, again, keep harping back to him because he was the best ever. He used to say, take it home to bed with you, you know. Love the football, just get it to gel into one. And that's what we've done there this morning, is just to try and get the ball and pass it to the kids and them to control it and pass it back to us. Because without control, you haven't got anything as far as football is concerned. To get out and play sport is the greatest feeling in the world. To be fit is the greatest feeling in the world. And these events can do nothing but good for sport in football, for sport in Britain, because the kids are enjoying it, and they might go away and say to their mums and dads, "Mum, I enjoyed that. Can you get me in a football team? Dad, I really enjoyed that. What about the basketball team? Do you think they might take me on?" And if you get 1, 2, 10, 50, 100 kids saying that after they've done these little tests here today, we've enjoyed it, and it's been a success.
And 8 young footballers now wait anxiously to find out who has had the greatest success.
The best footballer today, with a score of 464. I think he was outstanding, actually, and I think he's got a chance of being a professional footballer. So if I could ask number 3, Chris Murray, to come on.
So Chris Murray becomes the footballing star of tomorrow, and he's on his way to being coached by World Cup legend Bobby Moore.
And Christian Cowie, the winning cricketer, clearly has his sights set high and is hoping to answer the needs of a future English cricket squad.
Well, I think England need some new fast bowlers, because we've only got medium-pace bowlers. I'd like to play for England because I would find it exciting going all over the country and the world and all the different crowds, and I would really enjoy getting a couple of wickets.
Amy Kirby won the gymnastics with an astonishing total of 1,240 points, the highest achieved anywhere in the UK in this year's competition. But even for a top performer like Amy, there are always difficulties to overcome.
I found the one on the beam a bit difficult because, well, when you walked on it, it wasn't like a proper beam that I'm used to, and it wobbled when you sort of step on it.
But Samantha Thorne, winner of the basketball, had to overcome other problems.
Yeah, I do find it high, because all the others, they're much taller than me, and I'm looking up at it, while they're just like a little way from it, and I'm trying to shoot.
Samantha will train with former Harlem Globetrotter Alan Cunningham, now with the top British club Kingston. Was Samantha expecting to win, or a little surprised?
I was surprised. I didn't expect it. I was happy.
Mini-champions competition, and things aren't going too well for Wroughton in the quick cricket. Lattenbush notched up a big innings total of 35, and it was clearly going to take some beating. Unfortunately, Wroughton wickets fell one after the other as Lattenbush bowler Guy Marsh put the opposition under more and more pressure. But Stephen Brooks led a fight back with some very determined batting, which for the first time in the match began to disturb the confidence of the fielding side. James Kerrison took up the fight with aggression and determination, and now, at last, the somewhat dispirited Wroughton supporters had a reason to be optimistic. But Guy Marsh won the day. Claire McWilliam became his final victim to the obvious delight of the crowd. So Lattenbush goes striding out in front, 2 events gone and an 8-point lead. So now the soccer, the referee Jackie Gallagher, former Wolves and Peterborough star, now player-manager at Kings Lynn. That's number 8 there, Lee Morris for the Reds, Lattenbush. We've got the girls in goal today, Claire McWilliam for the Blues. For Wroughton, that one, she takes that nicely. Could be a future Peter Shilton here. Claire McWilliam for the Blues, and for Lattenbush we've got Katie Worrell in goal. It's a nice shot, but well saved again by Claire McWilliam. And she'll roll the ball out. Interception there by Lee Morris. But the ball's now with Stephen Brooks going up that left wing. Slides, gets a shot, and that's unlucky for Katie Worrell because she did the right thing. She came out to block the shot, but it just went through. Wroughton 1, Lattenbush 0. And a very competitive match. Can they come back? They can indeed. No chance there. Adam Hatwell puts that one past Claire McWilliam. Well, there's a nice fast rollout from Katie Worrell, trying to set an attack in motion. And Katie Worrell will come out to collect that ball, sends it down the line, one goalie to the other. Stephen Brooks. Now the ball with Lee Morris with the shot. And Claire McWilliam unlucky there. She was unsighted by a defender, so it means it's 2-1 to Lattenbush. Jackie Gallagher gets the game going again. And the Blues on the attack. Katie Worrell, nice fast rollout. Finds number 9, Adam Hatwell. Good turn from him. Wriggles his way clear. A nice side foot shot, giving the keeper no chance at all. Another goal for Adam Hatwell. So Lattenbush really going well. Wroughton 1, Lattenbush 3. Can Wroughton come back? Some nice defending. And this is Stephen Brooks on the right wing. Powerful lad, shrugs off some challenges. Right foot shot, and it's there. Stephen Brooks pulls one back. Wroughton 2, Lattenbush 3. Warren Stanton. And that comes off the wall. Nasty moment for Katie Worrell. So the Reds of Lattenbush on the attack again. Nice turn from Guy Marsh. Stephen Brooks with the ball. Gets round Marsh. Marsh gets in a shot, and that's a goal. No chance for Claire McWilliam. That right in the corner from Guy Marsh. Wroughton 2, Lattenbush 4 now. It's the Blues of Wroughton on the attack. Guy Marsh going down the wing. Shadowed there by Mark Higgins. Oh, that's a nice tackle. Higgins comes away with the ball. But Hatwell's got it now. Left foot shot, right in the corner. And yet another for Adam Hatwell. He's really enjoying this match. And that makes it Wroughton 2, Lattenbush 5. Jackie Gallagher gets things underway again. And once more, the Reds putting on the pressure. Another chance, Hatwell. Hatwell again. And that one gives him yet another goal. Into the second half now with the score Rawton 2, Lattenbush 7. That one just across the face of the goal. Katie Worrell tidies up. And that's a nice roll-out, finding Adam Hatwell. Good crunching tackle, that, from Stephen Brooks. Now, what can the Blues of Rawton do? Hatwell with the ball again. Great save by Claire McWilliam. And really, Rawton have got to pull something out of the bag here. But it's the Reds of Lattenbush that come away again. And another goal. Lee Morris, the scorer, number 8. Rawton 2, Lattenbush 8. Morris, another shot, another good save by Claire McWilliam, getting a body behind the ball. Quick roll out. Set the Blues on their way. 2 seconds remaining. And there's the final whistle. It's Lattenbush 8, Rawton 2. And that result means Lattenbush can't possibly be beaten, because under the mini-champions scoring system, it's Lattenbush 15, Rawton 3.
And so to event 4, the gymnastics relay race, which can't affect the result, but both teams run it flat out.
Element 1, a mistake in the forward roll means you'll end up tangled in the hoop, wasting valuable seconds.
Element 2, balance. Not a narrow beam, but still easy to fall off and get sent back if you misjudge your stride.
As in all sports, from show jumping to motor racing, the turn is the part of the course when most time can be lost.
And the final test for these terrific sports players are Rawton Middle School and Lattenbush Recreation Centre.
Captain Katie Worrell leads on the 1991 champions in the East of England regional final of this Cadburys Mini Championships competition. And judging by the skills we've seen today, there may even be some future British Olympic athletes in the making here.
Olympic athletes, look out.
I tell you what, these youngsters would beat them easily. Daley Thompson, eat your heart out.
Right. So, Lattenbush from Harlow, they go on to the national quarter-finals. Congratulations to them and bad luck to Rawton. They really did put up a good fight. But our next programme, we'll be able to see how our new East of England champions get on. Will they make the national finals and will they become the overall champions? And 4 dreams come true for Amy, Samantha, Chris and Christian, our stars of tomorrow.
Nothing Stacey could do about that one, and Darwin now right back in the match. So it's Temple Park 2.